Yesterday I was giving a personal financial fitness workshop. And so we got to discussing the power of compound interest. You guys know what this is, right? You know how this works. Say you want to save $1 million for retirement, and you've got 20 years before you retire. So that's 240 months, right? 20 times 12. So without the power of compound interest, you would have to save, that's $4,167 a month. Now, I know for some of you that's a piece of cake, but that's $1 million divided by 240 months, it's 20 years. You'd have to save $4,167. Now, that's without the power of compound interest, right? But with the magic and the power of compound interest, at only 2%, for example, you would only have to save $3,392 a month. Now, that's a big difference, right? That's a $775 difference that you'd have to save less per month. That's a 19% difference for only getting a 2% rate of return. Over 20 years, that's going to equal to $186,000 just from the power of compound interest. Now, the group was totally blown away when I showed them an illustration at even a fairly conservative rate of return of, say, 5%. So at 5%, if you had 20 years to save $1 million, that's 240 months. At 5% interest, you would only have to save $2,433 a month. Compared to with no interest, you'd be saving $4,167. That's a huge difference. That's $1,700 less a month, 42% less. And over the 20-year period, the power of compounding interest would generate you $416,000. So you really only have to save about $584,000 out of pocket. The power of compound interest is powerful. So what's my point, right? Since we're talking about leadership and peak performance, what's my point? My point is this, of course, you want to start saving for retirement as early and as consistently as possible, right? But that's not my real point for leaders and managers. If you're pushing towards peak performance as a leader, not only for yourself, but for your teams, because, at the end of the day, peak performance for your team is how you are measured as a leader. Your peak performance is predicated on the peak performance of your team. That's how leaders are measured, right? And so if you are a leader or a manager that's looking to push towards peak performance, my point of this whole interest and savings illustration is this. Just as there is the power of compounding interest, I want to introduce to you the power of compounding excellence. The power of compounding excellence. But here's how this works, right? It's simple. Every day, be 1% better than yesterday. 1% better today than you were yesterday. 1% better tomorrow than you are today. So how does that work, right? So in every day, we all have 1,440 minutes. At least in my day, right? That's 24 hours. Oh, that's 86,400 seconds. We all have 1,440 minutes, 86,400 seconds every day. So the power of compounding excellence is be 1% better. Be better longer. Do good longer today than you did yesterday. Because see, everybody does something good every day. Yeah, it doesn't matter how bad your day is. You could find, if you look back over your day, at least one good thing that you did. Maybe you pushed hard to complete a project on time. Maybe you congratulated a team member for doing a good job. Maybe you encouraged someone who's feeling discouraged. Maybe you started jogging, or maybe you jogged around the park. Whatever it is, if you look at your day, you'll probably find that you did at least one good thing every day. So here's the power of compounding excellence. Be 1% better. And how do you be 1% better? Well, you just do good longer. So if you got 1,440 minutes in every day, 1% is 14 minutes. So today, do good 14 minutes longer than you did yesterday. Now, you could spread your 14 minutes out over different things, right? But somehow at the end of the day, say, look, I was 1% better. I pushed harder longer. I did good longer today. I did good 14 minutes longer, 14 minutes more of good I did today than I did yesterday. 864 seconds. 1% better every day. Just 14 minutes every day, intentionally trying to be better today than you were yesterday. Do good longer. Increase the good you did yesterday by 1% today. Do 14 minutes more of good today in some area of your leadership life. Be 1% better today than you were yesterday. And pretty soon, you will be a millionaire leader. W. Vernon Murray, thank you for listening or watching this podcast. And remember, be 1% better today than you were yesterday.